A new lawsuit has just been filed against Jay-Z for allegedly raping a 13-year-old minor along with Sean Diddy Combs back in 2000 at an after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards in New York City. This allegation has been corroborated by Jay-Z's own bodyguard and one of his background dancers.
And a new twist in a high-profile lawsuit accuses rapper Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The lawsuit, originally filed in October, was refiled today to include Jay-Z as a defendant. The anonymous accuser claims the assault occurred at an MTV Video Music Awards after-party. Jay-Z has denied the allegations in a statement on Roc Nation's Instagram, calling the accusations heinous and urging a criminal complaint be filed instead of a civil one. He also criticized the attorney behind the lawsuit, Tony Busby, accusing him of exploiting the case for personal gain.
The lawsuit against Jay-Z intensifies as it alleges that both Jay-Z and Diddy were involved in the assault of a minor, with claims that they even threatened her life if she dared to speak out. As more details emerge, the deep ties between Jay-Z and Diddy become even more apparent, and this case appears to be just one of many legal battles Jay-Z could soon face. In an aggressive response, Jay-Z has filed multiple lawsuits against the lawyer pursuing the case, as well as the victims themselves, attempting to suppress any opposition. The situation is becoming more complex with each new development.
People at risk, often mentioned online, was Jay-Z, real name Sean Carter, who came up in the New York rap scene alongside Sean Combs. And just a few days ago, Texas attorney Tony Busby made it official. He filed an amended complaint on behalf of a Jane Doe who says that she was raped by Combs and Carter when she was just 13 years old, that this happened at a VMA's after party back in 2000. Now, the original complaint mentioned Celebrity A and Celebrity B, a man and woman, as being present for and even Celebrity A participating in the alleged assault. Well, now Celebrity A has been identified as Jay-Z, who has adamantly denied anything like that ever happening. He is very, very clear on that. In fact, he has accused Tony Busby of extortion, saying that Busby's attempts to get celebrities to pay out huge sums of money in exchange for not being named in civil lawsuits with what he claims are false allegations amounts to blackmail. In fact, Jay-Z is believed to be the John Doe who just recently filed a lawsuit against Tony Busby anonymously, claiming extortion and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Details of this new lawsuit are deeply troubling. The allegation claims that Jay-Z and Diddy took turns assaulting a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. The lawsuit asserts that other celebrities were present at the event, but did nothing to intervene, with some reportedly laughing as the assault took place. This disturbing narrative mirrors friends who were present at the show and suggesting a long-standing pattern of abuse. The complaint outlines how Jay-Z and Diddy allegedly drugged drinks and assaulted minors while their security held the victims down. According to the lawsuit, Jay-Z, along with Diddy, had been allowed to behave with impunity for years, believing they were above the law. The complaint also emphasizes the close relationship between the two men, with Jay-Z described as more than just a business partner to Diddy, but a close friend. Their bond is said to have been well documented, with Jay-Z being allowed to call Diddy by his legal first name, Sean, a privilege reportedly extended to very few. The lawsuit's gravity is compounded by claims that Jay-Z and Diddy have shared responsibility for numerous incidents of abuse throughout their careers. Alongside the victims' claims, attorney Tony Busby has accused Jay-Z of launching a harassment campaign against him after Busby began probing these allegations, signaling further legal and personal fallout for Jay-Z as this case unfolds. The complaint details Jay-Z's involvement in the lawsuit, alleging that he not only filed a frivolous counter-lawsuit, but also orchestrated a campaign of harassment, intimidation, and bullying against the plaintiffs' lawyers, their families, and associates. The lawsuit claims that this was an effort to silence the victim and prevent her from naming Jay-Z in her complaint. Despite these tactics, the plaintiff chose to amend the complaint, citing Jay-Z's egregious conduct as a catalyst. Hours after the lawsuit was filed, Jay-Z publicly denied the allegations through Roc Nation's official Instagram, calling the claims false and accusing the plaintiff of blackmail. He also denied any connection to Diddy or the alleged crimes. This response, however, is met with skepticism, given Jay-Z's long-standing friendship with Diddy and his presence at Diddy's parties. Jay-Z's silence regarding the victim and her allegations, despite filing a lawsuit against her, only adds further complexity to the case, leaving many questioning the sincerity of his defense. 50 Cent has publicly weighed in on Jay-Z's response to the lawsuit, suggesting that Jay-Z is highly cautious about what he says, knowing that his words are likely being scrutinized by a legal team. According to 50 Cent, Jay-Z is fearful of accidentally revealing something damaging to his case. To add fuel to the fire, 50 Cent posted a video on Instagram showing Jay-Z being led into jail, accompanied by a caption that reads, "I want to post this, but I'm afraid I'm going to get shot." This post has raised eyebrows, with many wondering if 50 Cent is implying that Jay-Z's legal troubles are intensifying, or if he's just playing into the growing tension between the two. This post received over 500,000 views.
He wants to level the playing field with the accuser. But first, we got to start with this response that Jay-Z had to the allegation. Catch you up real quick if you hadn't heard, but a woman who had filed a lawsuit against Diddy back in October, alleging that he had raped her at a VMA after party in the year 2000 when she was only 13 years old.
Right. Remember, this is when she allegedly was given a drink. She felt woozy, and there was Diddy, and there was a male celebrity who was unnamed at the time, and also a female celebrity.
Well, that unnamed celebrity is now named. She refiled the lawsuit on Sunday. She and her attorney, Tony Busby, refiled it and named Jay-Z as that unnamed celebrity involved in the rape. Jay-Z's response is extraordinary in that, look, we've seen all these lawsuits against Diddy, dozens of them now at this point, and frequently his response has been to deny it, but to say nothing else. Jay-Z went way more than just denying it. He did do that, but then went directly after the attorney. Part of his statement said, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt from a lawyer named Tony Busby. It made me want to expose you, Tony Busby, for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny." This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. You claim to be a Marine? Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity.
The relationship between Jay-Z and Diddy has always been a topic of intense speculation, with many considering them two sides of the same coin in the entertainment world. Jay-Z's claims of being unaware of Diddy's actions, particularly regarding the infamous freak-off parties, are increasingly difficult to believe, especially given that multiple sources close to both men have indicated their involvement in such events. What makes matters even more intriguing is the emerging rumor that Jay-Z's current legal troubles may have stemmed from Diddy himself, with reports suggesting that Diddy may have turned on Jay-Z, potentially as a form of retaliation or to protect his own reputation. If true, this could further complicate the already volatile relationship between the two powerhouses in the industry.
There's an accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old teenager. Right. And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was, the statement is something from, you can tell it was written by a lawyer. Because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says, you're going to find out, like how I'll handle this. And that's an attorney want to be combative with another attorney. That's not like a publicist would say that.
Right. This is on your
put that up.
Yeah, this is on 50? Yeah, it says I don't know what's going on, but are we still going to have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, I'm asking for Kendrick. You know,
right.
I'm just trying to figure out if we're still doing everything the way. Because look, they will fall back, but the NFL, they won't necessarily be associated to that.
Right. Why do you not insert yourself, but you're on top of every topic? right?
Yeah. I'm just watching. I'm participating. I'm being part of culture. I'm just telling you my opinion.
Right.
Look,
Because you're part of the culture.
Like I can't say anything now. I'm out of it. I'm like I'm going to Dre's studio and just sit with Dre a little.
Right.
And then, maybe I stay out of trouble.
Nah.
Allegations surrounding Jay-Z continue to intensify, with claims that both the lawyer and the victim, who have come forward against him, are in significant danger. While Jay-Z may seem like the more composed, less volatile figure compared to Diddy, some sources suggest he may be even more dangerous. People like Jaguar Wright, Gan, and 50 Cent have all hinted that Jay-Z is willing to go to extreme lengths to protect his interests, including taking matters into his own hands. One notable incident that adds fuel to this narrative is the infamous stabbing of music executive Lance Rivera in December 1999. Jay-Z was accused of stabbing Rivera at the Kit Kat Club in New York City, a high-profile event that cast a long shadow over his public persona. While Jay-Z has maintained his innocence in the matter, the incident paints a picture of a man willing to engage in violence to handle business disputes or personal issues. This incident, combined with the new allegations against him, raises serious questions about the lengths Jay-Z is willing to go to protect his empire.
Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. He did the stuff to Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. They not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. Until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. Hey, buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love. That's when they're gonna start talking, and they're not gonna be talking in his favor. 250 cameras all over the house. Somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. When you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody.
Diddy used to hate Jay-Z. He hated Jay-Z enough when he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z. This is back in the early 2000s. And one day, Asner, Kushner, Diddy, and myself went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z. I've never been a Jay-Z fan, like some of his music, the whole 9 yards. But when we went over to the, I think that was Prudential Center in Newark, and him and Puff met up, it was strange to me. Because I remember what Puff was trying to do. And then both of them, they was talking about something amongst each other, amongst all of us, and laughing and joking with each other. Then over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You understand what I'm saying? You could tell that the people in power had gave that reign to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact,
Legal storm surrounding Diddy and Jay-Z is far from over. Reports suggest that Jay-Z is just the first of many celebrities who could be sued in the coming days. Names like Ashton Kutcher, Ellen DeGeneres, and even Oprah are reportedly set to be named in upcoming lawsuits. These celebrities have been allegedly seen at Diddy's freak-off parties, but have remained silent about the ongoing charges, fueling suspicions about their involvement or knowledge of the events. The most damaging evidence, however, appears to come from the lawsuit filed against Diddy. According to the complaint, Diddy was not operating alone. and there were co-conspirators who helped facilitate the alleged crimes. This could significantly widen the scope of the legal fallout, implicating more high-profile figures in the entertainment industry. The involvement of these prominent celebrities could potentially shake the foundations of the Hollywood elite as more details and individuals come to light in these lawsuits.
Credits for Brody writing for Al Green.
Take me through them not wanting to let her in the club.
She showed up to a place. Some of the people in there was loyal to some of the people she was speaking out about. They wouldn't let her in, and she wasn't going for that. She started setting it up. She started bugging up on the guys. They had to call the police on old girl. Oh, bro. Jaguar Wright get wild, bro. And if something happened to her, I just want to tell Jaguar Wright, be careful. She just went on Piers Morgan. Beyonce and Jay-Z sent Piers Morgan a cease and desist. Made Piers Morgan publicly apologize. Today. It's about to get dangerous for a lot of people, so if you out here doing what you're doing, because y'all not me. So you better be on your P's and Q's. It's about to get ugly. This is when people start to turn up dead right now. So keep that in mind.
Situation surrounding Diddy continues to unravel as new revelations surface. Leaked footage allegedly shows Kevin Hart, Usher, and Diddy at one of the infamous freak-off parties, and it is reported that at least 8 more videos are now under investigation by the FBI. The pressure is mounting, and it seems only a matter of time before others connected to Diddy begin to cooperate with authorities. In a surprising twist, there are reports suggesting that Ashton Kutcher is preparing to testify in exchange for a lighter sentence, which could further implicate more individuals in this growing scandal. Meanwhile, Ellen DeGeneres has reportedly fled the country, raising questions about how many other celebrities might be preparing to distance themselves from the situation. The web of secrecy is unraveling, and as more details emerge, it could dramatically reshape the public's perception of the entertainment industry and the people within it.
Tend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it, without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people if they're not true, and very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. But if they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. So I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names, and you might imagine in situations like this, that when a victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated, we want to do as much due diligence.
Another instance, another minor, told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but he needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him. Another incident, an individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping her. Another individual, 26 at the time of the occurrence, was picked up allegedly by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport, was given one drink in the SUV, and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to both her vagina and her anus, where she then went to the hospital. She was missing her underwear and her shoes.
Diddy's repeated applications for bail likely stem from his understanding that being behind bars without the influence and resources to manipulate the situation will expose him and Jay-Z to further scrutiny. His ability to control and intimidate others will be significantly diminished, which is why he has been allegedly reaching out from jail, trying to maintain control over the narrative and his associates. The fear of retaliation has kept many victims quiet for years, but as the authorities close in, the power dynamic is shifting. The federal government's awareness of this manipulation is evident in their efforts to deny bail and keep Diddy and Jay-Z detained. Once they are out of the picture, there's a significant risk that more victims will come forward, potentially leading to a cascade of accusations that could unravel decades of power and influence. This explains why many victims have remained silent: fear of retaliation and career-destroying consequences. The moment these two figures are incapacitated, however, the floodgates may indeed open, revealing an even darker side of the industry. The lawsuit against Jay-Z is undoubtedly a significant and complex development, and his aggressive public defense further highlights the high stakes for him. Unlike Diddy, who remained relatively quiet when faced with legal action, Jay-Z's decision to go on the offensive by posting on social media and challenging the lawsuit reflects the intense pressure he is under. It also sends a clear message: he is not going to back down easily. However, his strong reaction may be a double-edged sword, as it could draw even more attention to the allegations and intensify the public scrutiny of him. The refiling of the lawsuit to include Jay-Z, particularly after initial claims only mentioned Diddy, shows the evolving nature of the case. The added details, such as the specific circumstances surrounding the alleged assault and the involvement of another woman, lend further weight to the accuser's story. With corroborating witnesses potentially coming forward, this case could unfold into a landmark legal battle. As for Jay-Z's defense, his claim of being the victim of blackmail raises serious questions about the motives behind the lawsuit. But the fact that so many details have emerged, despite his team's attempts to suppress them, suggests that there could be more to this than just a personal attack. The involvement of Tony Busby and the apparent back and forth in the media indicate that this is not just a legal battle, but a battle for public opinion. With the potential for more victims to step forward, the scope of this case could grow, and its impact on the entertainment industry may be monumental. Whether or not justice will be served will depend on the evidence, the credibility of the victims, and how the court handles the immense pressure from public opinion and the influence of the accused. If Jay-Z and Diddy are found guilty, it could indeed trigger a massive reckoning in Hollywood, signaling a shift in how power and accountability are handled in the industry.